Hello, everyone. It has been such a long time since I have been here with you all. But I want you to know that I'm back. We're going to do things a little bit differently, so it's not as stressful for me. I'm not going to do as much editing as I used to, just so I can get these videos made and pushed out to you all. I appreciate all of the encouragement and all of the comments from people saying, hey, we haven't seen you in quite a long time. When are you going to come back and bring us some more videos? I want you to know that I am back and I'm ready to bring you all some new content. I'm even planning some things that aren't really cooking related, but we'll talk more about that later. But this morning, I want to show you something that I have recently been making that I absolutely love. Now, who doesn't love a good sausage egg McMuffin from McDonald's? I love them. I absolutely love to go get one of those sausage egg McMuffins. But the problem is, to add the egg, it makes the McMuffin like $3.30 or $3.50. Now you can get the sausage McMuffin with cheese for, I don't know, like $1.19, something like that. But I thought, you know what? What if we go and get the ingredients to make our own sausage egg muffins? I'm not going to call them McMuffins because we're not making McMuffins. We're making sausage egg muffins, but I'm telling you, they taste just like the ones that you can get from McDonald's. Let me show you how easy it is. All right, so let me show you what you're going to need to make these. Now you can use fresh sausage that you have to fry yourself, but we picked up some of those frozen sausage patties. I already have one here on a plate, so we're going to need our sausage. We are going to need an English muffin, which I have right here. We're going to need an egg. I have eggs right here. And a slice of cheese of your choice, which I have right here. And finally, you're going to need some butter. So let's put this thing together. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to turn y'all around a little bit so you can see the stove, because that's where the main stuff is going to happen. I'm going to be frying up the egg. I have my skillet on the stove. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the fire so it can heat up a little bit. While we're waiting on that to happen, I'm going to throw my sausage patty into the microwave for about 1 minute and 30 seconds. That's all these ones take. And they're pretty good. I believe they're a name brand sausage patty. I think they're Jimmy Dean, if I'm not mistaken. So while that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and get some butter. I have y'all focused on the stove, so you probably won't see this, but I'm just going to cut off a bit of this butter and toss it in my pan so it'll melt. And I'm going to take this English muffin and split it apart. These ones split apart really, really easily. Move this butter around a little bit. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to grill, we're going to toast this English muffin in this butter. And I think I can get both pieces to fit. There we go. We're in. We're just going to let that cook, oh, I don't know, for a minute or so. While that's cooking, I'm just going to run over here and grab a plate. Do y'all use a lot of paper plates? We use, well, styrofoam plates, paper plates, whatever. We use styrofoam plates for 90% of the meals that we eat. It just makes it easy and less cleanup at the end. So these are grilling up a little bit. I'm gonna pick one up and just check on it and see how it's doing. Rubbing around in this little bit of butter a little bit more. I'm going to turn up my fire just a little bit so we can get a rush. It doesn't need to be perfect, so I'm just going to go ahead and flip them over and let them cook on the other side for just a minute. Just so that butter gets a chance to cook down into them. That's the big thing. And the inside is where you really want the butter. So I'm just going to leave this here for, I don't know, 20 seconds or so, just to make sure it's warmed all the way through. And now for the interesting part. We're going to make the eggs. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my skillet with a little cooking spray. There's probably still a little bit of butter in there too. Probably a few crumbs too, but that's all right. That won't hurt anyone. A few crumbs will never hurt you. And I am going to grab an egg. And before I put that egg in the skillet, I'm going to reach over here and I'm going to grab one of these canning jar lids. So the center of it's open. I'm going to sit it down in the middle of my skillet. And I'm going to crack this egg directly into that little hole. Okay? And then what you want to do is break up your yolk. Now, I usually would do this with a fork, but I'm going to use this butter knife just to tap around on this yolk and break it up. And now, the fun part. I'm going to take some water, which I have over here. My goodness, I can't keep track of anything today. And I'm going to dump it in this skillet to create some steam. And I am going to reach down here and grab a lid that doesn't fit this skillet, but I'm going to throw it over the top of it so this egg will steam. And we're going to let this egg cook for a minute or so. And then we'll be back. And we'll be ready to assemble our muffin. I have this on a medium heat. And usually between 1 and 2 minutes is plenty. And you know, McDonald's eggs, when you get a sausage McMuffin, they're always, I don't know if I want to say slimy, but you can tell they've been steamed or something like that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lift the lid off of this, and I'm going to give it the little touch test. Nope, it needs a little bit longer. It needs to cook some more. So we're just going to continue to let this steam, and it'll be done real soon. That'll do it. So let me turn you around here, and we will assemble the sausage egg muffin. I'm going to assemble everything on this styrofoam plate that I have out here. First of all, I'm going to grab my egg. So let me reach over here and grab my spatula. Whoops. And I have my egg. I'm going to go ahead and put it on one half of this. And this egg is done, even though, like I say, if you are doing the whole touch test on it, it will feel a bit slimy, but honestly, it is not. And now, I'm going to reach over here. I'm going to get my piece of cheese, and we're going to throw it on top of that egg. Yummy, yummy, yummy. And that cheese is going to start to melt. And then I'm going to reach over here to the microwave. I'm going to grab my sausage patty, which has started to cool off, by the way. I'm going to add that to the top of the cheese. And then I'm going to put this other half of muffin on top. And there you have your own homemade sausage egg muffin that tastes just like what you could go out and purchase at McDonald's for a quarter of the price. Now I think we ought to take a bite. What do y'all think? And if you wanted to, you could pop this in the microwave for about 10 seconds or so, you know, just to warm the sausage, but I think it's going to be fine. I know a lot of times when you get them, the cheese is still a little cold, but it melts. So let's take a bite of this and see what it tastes like. Y'all, that's good. Homemade sausage egg muffins with cheese. Give it a try.